something just came to me, just something I realized. And it's quite beautiful. I'm observing this phenomenon happening, which we have heard it's coming, and June we're going to see lots more people waking up, and it is happening. It is happening. If your eyes are open to see, it is happening. And so far I've seen people waking up the most gentle way, the most easy ways, having very sudden realizations of their attitudes, their behaviors, their thoughts, the cycles and patterns that they find themselves into, and actually making very sudden changes to it immediately after they realize, and feeling the relief, feeling the realization of what they were carrying on their backs for so long. And they're not going into regret, they're going into bliss of, thank God I realized this. They're not sitting and and feeling like, oh, why I didn't get this before, and why am I feeling horrible about this. And they're completely just forgiving themselves and getting ahead and getting to the next realization, and it's just happening like magic. It's quite beautiful to see that. And I'm sure awakenings will come at different intensities, different intensities and different shifts for everyone. But so far I've seen these beautiful shifts, and I'm still shifting. I'm always going to be shifting, and to be honest, it is much easier now than it was when a couple of years ago. Perhaps the energies are helping people to feel more bliss with it, and maybe they're accepting more, they're feeling more, whatever that is. It's so much easier. But one thing that we can fall ourselves into still is, we realize a cycle, we realize a pattern we find ourselves in, and usually that cycle or pattern can be linked to a relationship, someone that falls into that cycle and pattern with you. You do something, they react, they do something, you react, and it becomes like so used to it that you expect that behavior to come through. You do this, you expect that person to do that, they do that, they expect you to do this. But when that one person realizes and breaks the pattern, it doesn't apply the same behavior, the same attitude, the same thought, and he comes back with a completely different behavior. He throws the other people off a bit. He throws the other person off to the point that it makes that person realize the same cycle. And this is why I think it can be tricky still, is that either of them realizes, right? But they're still sitting there, and they kind of realize that from each other that they all picked it up. See, person one realizes that person two picked it up. The cycle has been broken, and person two picked it up, energetically, that the person one picked up the cycle has been broken, but they're still sitting and expecting some sort of validation, and that creates resistance again within the cycle, which creates a second reaction to the cycle. So as long as that person realizes, as long as you realized where the cycle has been broken, whether you are the person that broke the cycle, whether the person that realized the cycle has been broken, as long as deep inside you, just take it as it is and move on. The last thing you want is to sit there in resistance, expecting that person to come back to you and say, listen, I realize that, because in the end of the day you could have done the same. So be careful not to fall into that cycle. what I can observe and I've been witnessing within myself, within others, and people are talking about it. People are openly talking about it, just in conversation, the things that all of a sudden they realize you're doing, they don't need to do that anymore. It's just beautiful, just beautiful. So enjoy the ride, enjoy the awareness, enjoy the realizations. Don't blame yourself, don't sit in regret, don't question why you haven't seen it before. Just move on to the next one. There will be hundreds coming ahead of you, hundreds. Just move on, carry on, step the next one, get the next one, get the next one, and feel how much lighter you're going to feel, how much happier you're going to feel, how much happier people around you are going to be. It's contagious. You don't need to even tell them anything. I find fascinating that today I can sit in relationships, as before I used to think, you know, of course I have lots of people that come to me and give me advice and all that, and I love it, and I would love to sit and give advice to lots of people as well, and I'm not the perfect one ever, but the things that I would love to give advice on are obviously the thing I've been through, hence I recognize in other people. But I don't need to. No matter how much I love them, I don't need to. Just sitting in my own skin, sitting in my own truth, sitting in my own sovereignty, sitting in my own beliefs, especially the ones that I've reorganized for myself, are helping these people realize their own cycles, you know, their own patterns, their own attitudes, their own beliefs, their own thoughts. And don't get me wrong, before I used to try to, you know, reach out and help everyone, and now I feel things are happening around me when I just sit in my own light, in my own power, in my own love, and spreading that love around just by being me. I can't explain how how it's been working, but it's been a good journey, and I'm wishing everyone this journey of realizations, awareness, and breaking cycles, breaking patterns, reorganizing your own beliefs, reorganizing your own thoughts, creating your own reality, and being yourself for the sake of others. Yeah? Sending love and light.